So for the last couple of weeks, I've had the pleasure of having the WA-2MPX preamp inside my studio. If you're not familiar with what this is, it is an analog preamp 2-channel with a bunch of valves inside. So anything you run through it, whether it's guitar, vocals, or even using it as a stereo insert effect, it adds a lot of nice saturation to the signal. However, when I first got the 2MPX, I noticed there was a little bit of a difference in the volumes of channel 1 and 2. And I just wanted them to match perfectly, so when I'm doing additional videos on this channel in the future, the knobs will match perfectly. Now, I could just adjust the knob on channel 2 to match the levels perfectly, but I wanted it to visually be perfect as well. So I reached out to Warm Audio, and big shout out to Warm Audio tech support. They responded the exact same day and let me know that this is actually really easy for the user to adjust. So if you have a 2MPX and you find you want to fine tune and calibrate the volume and outputs of your channels 1 and channel 2, that's exactly what we're going to do in this video. So let's just dive right in. So first we're going to have to get behind the unit and take out the following 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now on the top of the unit we're going to have an additional 4 screws to remove. 1, 2, 3, and 4. There will also be 2 screws both on the left and the right. And with all those screws removed, the top metal panel should be easily able just to lift right off, exposing the inside of the unit. Now with the top panel removed, we can see all this beautiful analog components on the inside. 3 tubes per channel, channel 1 on the left, channel 2 on the right. So the way we're going to actually go in and fine tune and adjust the levels of each one of these channels is if we take a look right to the right of the 3rd tube, right here, looking down on the circuit board underneath the gray cabling is a little black circle. Right here on this channel, and then over here on this channel, right here. Now for this, we are using a T8 star driver, as you can see right here, because it fits perfectly inside of both of these small little adjustment wheels. And you'll simply insert the T8 driver right into the center, and gently turning, you'll see that it does a few full rotations all the way to the right, and you'll feel it stop, and then a few full rotations all the way to the left, and you'll feel it stop. So all the way to the left is going to be the lowest, all the way to the right is going to be the highest. All right, so in order to calibrate these 2 channels, here's how we have it set up. We have Serum on channel 1 here, and this just has a basic saw wave in it, sending out a constant note at a constant level. That is routed out of Ableton into the 2MPX into channel 1 first, then routed back in to audio 2 here in Ableton. And on here we have an Insight RMS meter, so we can see what kind of level we're coming back into the computer with. Now I went ahead and muted the volume because the last thing I want to do is blast your ears with a saw wave. But what you'll be able to see is the VU meter right here giving us our level on channel 1. And also on the screen, we'll be able to see the RMS coming back into Ableton. So let's go ahead and play back our amazing saw wave here. We can see right here on the VU meter, we are right below 7. And then we're at a consistent at -21. So what we're gonna do now is switch over the cables into channel number 2, of course matching our preamp gain and output levels, and then bring it back into Ableton and adjust the knob inside on channel 2 to match the level exact. So here we are with the cables switched over into channel 2. We're gonna trigger playback. And to start off, I have the internal gain knob turned all the way down. So we're just gonna be able to take a look and see where it's at right now on channel 2 without any sort of adjustment. So as you can see, that needle is barely moving and we're down at -37.8. So I'm gonna start turning the screwdriver clockwise. And we're looking to match won the VU meter at right about 7. Then all that's left to do is simply put the cover back on, screw on the screws, and start making some amazing music. So I hope this video was helpful if you want to fine tune your Warm Audio 2 MPX. Now over time, as the valves get used, you might notice a little fluctuation in levels between channels 1 and 2. You can just reference this video. Now we have a lot more videos featuring the Warm Audio 2 MPX coming out soon in the future. So if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. My name's Stu. This is Create, Educate, and Inspire. And on that note, I'll see you on the next one.